Hey guys, the Chickens here. Welcome back to another home gym video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about adjustable dumbbells, what the differences are, what you need to know, and what doesn't really matter. So I have the Pep and Fast series adjustables right here. And to start things off, let's go over all the different types, or at least the popular ones that you're probably considering if you're watching this video, and talk about the pros and cons. So if we start off at the very bottom in terms of budget, that's how we'll do it. We'll go from the budget ones to the non-budget ones. So your number one in terms of budget are going to be the spin lock, especially those plastic spin locks. So there are different versions of spin lock dumbbells. You can get nicer ones. I would say the most premium are probably the Pepin HD dumbbells, I believe they're called. I think Basement Brandon just did a review on those. So there's those, there's the badass ones, but if we're talking about spin lock in terms of the old school spin lock, they have the bars that go out towards the end, and you spin the plates on one side and then you spin the plates on the other, and then if you want to change up 10 pounds, you get to take it all apart and then spin it on one side, and you got this annoying jam in your knee, and not ideal. But for $20, they absolutely can get the job done. It's just not fun using it. So spin locks can work in a pinch. I used them when my gym shut down initially during COVID because I didn't have anything else. So I was like, whatever. It allowed me to press, and you know, for a short period or to just test out if you like working out in a home gym, they're fine. They get the job done. And the good thing about spin lock dumbbells is you can load them up super heavy and it's not expensive. I mean, if you have plates lying around, I mean, it gets pretty awkward when you've got the 45s on each side on the on the spin lock ones, especially between the big plates and the collars that, you know, like we said, dig into your knees. It can get pretty awkward, but it does technically work. So like we said, there's the spin lock, and then there's the better versions of the spin lock. They typically have a flat end, so it feels more like an actual dumbbell. The only downside of those types of spin locks is it can be a bit awkward to change the weights. Same with the lower budget, the lower budget ones. Because I mean, you got to take it out, you got to spin it. They spin faster. It's kind of like the Ironmaster, I guess, would be the top of the line in those cases that people like. But when you have to change the plates on either side, that's kind of annoying. And the Ironmasters are very expensive for, you know, not being fast at all. But typically what you change for that, typically you're looking at expense, weight, and ability to change quickly, time. So you can't really get all three of those in one. It's either going to be expensive, goes heavy, and changes quickly, or a combination of the other two. So then we move on to stuff like the Newell, and the Newell are definitely a step up above the spin locks. And we're starting to see a little bit of more innovation on the Newell. I call it the Newell because they were the first people to come out with it. There's been 100 different other companies that use the same kind of patent or technology where you spin the handle to change the weight, so no unscrewing. Probably the fastest changing ability. But the downside is they don't seem to have any that are that heavy. There were some that just came out, True Form or True Grit or something like that. So we're starting to see the Newell come into the heavier range, which is really exciting because that was the only downside. They're fairly well priced, definitely the fastest, and the one thing we didn't talk about was build quality. So I mean, with build quality, for the most part, as long as you're not dropping them and they're not totally 100% made of plastic, then you're probably going to be fine. Like if you use them as they're intended to be used, you're going to be okay. But obviously when you're spending upwards of thousands of dollars on stuff, or $1,000 or more, you want it to last a long time. You don't want it to be some cheap piece of shit that's just going to fall apart in a couple of years. That's no fun. Oh, here comes the doggo. Come here, buddy. You want to say hi to the people? Hey, you want to say hi? Here's my gym buddy. His name is Floki. Say hi to the camera, buddy. Hello. I like adjustable dumbbells. Anyways, dogs aside. So yeah, we have the flatter ended ones. The spin locks, they work okay. We have the Newell system. Then we have the type that are like the the Bowflex ones, or I'll kind of lump a bunch of these in together, similar to the Pepins. Pepins are kind of a class their own because they're a little bit faster than the Bowflex would be. But yeah, so those types of dumbbells, getting to be more expensive. We're talking like $1,500 plus $2,000 dumbbells. They can go upwards of 120 to, I think some of them even go to 200 pounds. I don't know what, I say Bowflex, my PowerBlock. I don't know what the PowerBlocks go up to. I assume they can go up to 180, the commercial ones. And they've got all the nice features too, right? They've got the knurling, they've got the clicky noises, they've got the fast, movement where you're just changing it and you're just going, up and down. Or with the Pepins, I'll show you. The Pepins are really nice because they do that super quick change, and it's all numbered. So can you see there? Okay. These out of the way. So yeah, if we move these, so right now it's set for 20. If I want to go to 120, boom, just like that. So that's pretty nice. You want to go to 60, you just line it up with the number. We'll go to right about there. Boom. And we got 60. So I really like these. But it depends on your budget, right? So does everybody need, the super expensive set? No. I would say it depends on what you need them for. For me, I wanted dumbbells that definitely went over 100 pounds because I want to be able to press that much weight fairly regularly when I use them. I didn't get these. I got these for the purpose of mainly doing dumbbell presses and then lighter accessory movements. Something to think about with a 20-pound dumbbell, which is a lot of the starting weight on these things, you're not really doing your reverse flies. You're not really doing your very light shoulder mobility stuff, which is kind of a nice use to have if you're buying $2,000 dumbbells. Preference thing, because when I do stuff like that, I actually prefer just to use a 2.5-pound plate, just because it's easy to pick it up. It doesn't matter how it feels because it's so light. I'm literally just flapping my arms around like a chicken, right? So it doesn't matter to me. And this is right here, it's sitting there. I don't have to bend over. Nice fat guy bonus. Not bending over is always good. But yeah, so some things to take into consideration. For the average gym goer, for somebody that doesn't want to, hello Floki, for somebody that doesn't want to, or they're not interested in pressing 120 pounds, or maybe you're older or whatever, maybe that's not something that you need to consider. Maybe what I would recommend in that case is probably something like I accidentally spoke about for a second, the Bowflex like 330s. Something like that where it's the spin lock, but it's better. It's plastic, but they're plastic pieces. I don't know. Rep got really mad at me when I said their stuff was plastic, and it turned out not to be, so whoops. But yeah, so, and it's, it goes up to like 50 pounds, and it's perfect. It goes in weird increments. It's like 8, 16, 32. But, if you want to work specifically only in that weight range, then yeah, don't spend more than $300 in dumbbells. That wouldn't make any sense. I would say for somebody similar to myself, any male between ages 20 or even younger than that to 60, you're going to want something that at least goes up to 80 pounds, because 80 pounds on a dumbbell press is not that heavy. It's really not. And I'm not trying to be like mean to people that can't press that. I suck at pressing, especially for the size of myself. 80 pounds should be, pretty standard working weight. I mean, if you can bench 200 pounds, like that's around where you should be fairly easily for sets of 10 on your dumbbells is what I would say, especially if you're doing it very regularly. If it's something you don't do all the time, then yeah, it's different. But they're nice. They're a great piece. I think dumbbells are really important to have in a home gym because it allows you to work the chest really better in terms of isolation, better than the bench press does. Takes a little bit of stress off your shoulders, and it's more of like a bodybuilding movement almost. Loki, don't eat that. Oh, he's got something in his mouth. Bring it here. Bring it here. Come on. Show the people what you got. Some kind of old... This is an old camera lid from like Remember when you used to have to take your film to the store? I'm not that old, but well, I am, I guess, but this is older than I am, probably. Camera lids aside, hopefully that helps you out on your adjustable dumbbell search. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. I did a lot of research before I got the Pepin Fast Series, and the good thing now, guys, if you're looking for adjustable dumbbells, back in 2021, I made a video saying don't ever buy adjustable dumbbells this year, because now we're seeing all that stuff come out where it's like so much innovation, lots of market competition, starting to drive prices back down, or at least normal. I don't know if prices will ever go back down here in Canada, but yeah, so food for thought. Hope that helps you out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more home gym content. Check it out.